boys and girls, that I'm going to start today's proceedings of the toppers talk with the Dronacharyas and also their Shishyas, right? So I take this opportunity to invite two of the Dronacharyas on the stage.
Before starting this session, I would like to add one point over here, that this is what a golden opportunity for the student and parent of Hyderabad, where the All India rank 1, 4, 6, 30, 35, 36 or under 100 means under 50. See, we as a teacher, we as a mentor, we always guide. You as a parent always guide. But you are sitting in front of all these stars who have shown their mettle for achieving what they were, and they are going to discuss those things directly with you. So you should be very open and you should ask if you have anything.
How did you avoid procrastination and discipline? Yes, everyone can answer this.
My name is Vidhi Pradi Chalapalli. I have secured an All India rank 36 in JEE Advanced. I like playing keyboard, and I had a phase where I was like doing card magic tricks. I used to be into cubing. That's what my hobbies were. I did not think much about JEE till 10th. I was just thinking about getting good marks at school. And in fact, 9th, 10th, I did not even do that very well, I would say. But around 10th, ending, my parents kind of hurt my intellectual ego in one way, saying that you're not studying. And they were like, at this rate, you're not going to get an IIT. And I'm like, how could they say that to me? I guess it helped.
So, hello, I'm Rajdeep. Obviously, I have a lot of hobbies, like I play piano, guitar, I do a lot of cubing. I like to collect pens for some reason. And obviously, like I watch movies, I watch web series and all that stuff you guys also do. And but apart from that, I have dabbled quite a lot in Olympiads as well. I was a gold medalist in National Olympiad in Astronomy and Astrophysics, as well as the Junior Science Olympiad. And yeah, that's all.
Okay, so hi, I am Vedlahoti and I got All India rank 1 in JEE Advanced this year. And I'm originally from Indore, Madhya Pradesh. And other than academics, majorly my interests are in academics only, and I like reading books in my free time. I generally don't do anything else, but recently in the past 2-3 years, I have developed interest in chess and cricket also.
Was there a moment of procrastination with you? And how did you overcome it and stay disciplined?
Like earlier, initially I used to procrastinate sometimes because because it was the early part of the syllabus covering, but later I realized that we cannot procrastinate. The syllabus is so huge that whenever we procrastinate, we fall back in the race. We get back in achieving our targets. We should be motivated enough not to let these things come between our way. When we are truly following our passion, when we are truly interested, and apart from that, as Rajdeep mentioned, you can always make lists of what task you have to complete daily or weekly or monthly. Or apart from that, what your Allen's mock tests, they are conducted every 15 days or 21 days. So they have fixed syllabus, and I followed that I have to complete this much syllabus in 21 days. And following this, I didn't procrastinate more than 21 days because you ultimately have to complete the syllabus for that test. And this helped me a lot in avoiding procrastination.
I am Rhythm Kedia. I come from Raipur, Chhattisgarh, and I achieved AIR-4 in JEE Advanced. My hobbies include singing, playing keyboard as well, and cricket and badminton. And I have been also achiever in Olympiads. I have been gold medalist in the International Physics Olympiad and the Asian Physics Olympiad as well. I have also been to them twice, so I have been a silver medalist in the Indian Physics Olympiad as well.
Was there any procrastination, and how did you stay disciplined?
Yeah, so procrastination was definitely there in my life as well. So it started with having a sort of refreshment that I want to refresh in this time, and just thinking that okay, I'll leave the phone or whatever device in which I am watching in 10 minutes and then get back to whatever I'm doing. But that usually does not happen, and you usually end up wasting more than what you think. Like there were times when I thought that I would do this much time, like for example 20 minutes, and then I ended up 2 hours or more in that.
My name is Sagar, and I secured All India rank 30 in JEE Advanced, and I'm from Bangalore, Karnataka. And my hobbies include playing guitar, playing cricket, and a few other sports. Yes, I would say for sure in the early part of my preparation, there was quite a lot of procrastination on my part, unfortunately. But I would say it was the guidance of my mentors and my parents which helped me a lot. I remember this one statement one of my teachers told me. I had wonderful Allen faculty teaching me. The most important thing is discipline. Regardless of whether your motivation drops or is high, you should always remain disciplined in whatever you're doing and try to finish that task as effectively as possible. And that really stuck with me, and that helped me. From then on, I started focusing on building discipline, which then helped me in my preparation and then just prevented me from procrastinating further on.
Hello everyone, I am Anshul Goyal. I have an All India rank of 37. About me, some of my hobbies are playing badminton, keyboard, and yeah. I also got into chess briefly, but I'm very bad at that. Right. Procrastination is something I've actually dealt with quite like, it had quite a bit of an impact. But what really helped me out was like positive, like the peer group I had in my center. And like the peer group I had in Allen was really, really good. So when I started to procrastinate, I would see my results slip. And like that would help me gain motivation again to start working harder. So I'll be honest, like my peer group was mainly like I used to see my peer group has finished the homework and I've not finished the homework. And there used to be panic. And yeah, like over multiple cycles of that, like I eventually stopped procrastinating or reduced it greatly. So yeah.
How did you prioritize your subjects or the topics based on the weightage of the examination, please?
Question, like the first thing that you have to do, the most important is on a daily basis, whatever your teacher is telling you to do, that much you have to do. And then uske baad, I used to focus on whatever weakness I had. So like there were a few chapters of mine that were pretty weak. So I used to like try and focus on them a little bit more and give them more importance. So I also used to talk to my teachers a lot, and they were very helpful with guiding me. They used to see my performance in tests and other things, and they used to like help me figure out where I should put in more effort. So with their help, I was able to figure out what to do and how to allocate my time.
Well, the first step in that was a very integral step, of course, is assessing yourself, seeing where you stand, where your strengths and weaknesses lie. And my teachers helped me a lot with that. You know, as Anshul said, after every exam, we used to sit together, analyze the paper, see where I went wrong, like saw a pattern, and then try to work on that more and more. I would like allot a little bit more time to say a particular chapter in physics, particular chapter in mathematics, ones where I used to consistently go wrong in. So I would say the first and the very important part in this process is like effectively assessing where you stand and what your strengths and weaknesses are.
So on prioritizing the subjects, so the weightage in the exam is the same for all the three subjects: physics, chemistry, maths, and you have to like grab them equally. Like so generally what used to happen that we will be given some homework for each of the subjects, and I used to complete the homeworks of the subjects first, and if there is some reading assignment that would be done, and then I would just analyze my previous tests or the interactions that I had, and analyze that which topic am I lagging in, and then I study that. And I also had to like study a bit of physics more for the Olympiad, so I used to take out some time for that. But apart from that, for the JEE portion, I used to give most of the remaining time to chemistry only because like learning chemistry takes time.
So when we consider difficulty initially, when I had just begun to complete when I had just started to complete the syllabus, uh, I didn't knew anything about all the subjects. So I generally used to give equal time to all of them. But as the syllabus completed, sometimes I slowly realized that my marks had been falling too low in one subject, or there are because after all three subjects have equal weightage. So if in any particular subject my marks had been going too low, I used to give more time to that. And towards the end, since it was more of learning, since chemistry is more of learning thing, and you have to revise it more frequently than physics and maths. So towards the end, my focus shifted. Instead of giving equal time to all the subjects, I generally used to give more time to chemistry. Uh, I'm talking about the time 2 3 months before the exam. And about the the weightage of all the three subjects in the exam are equal, but the topic wise weightage may be different. But I never considered it I fully relied for it on my teachers, that whatever all the work they gave to me or in my batch for those topics was according to their experience in the ratio of the weightage which is asked in the exam. So I didn't think much about that, about the topic wise weightage in each subject. I just relied on what my teacher said. I just used to do what they said, and that was how I did it.
So my focus on dividing my time for different subjects was not fixed, and I followed what others have also mentioned, weakness first approach, in which you focus on the subjects you're lacking the most in. So for example, if I'm lacking the most in maths, I'd prioritize maths for the upcoming week, and until and unless I've come to the same level in all subjects, I divide time so that I at least try to come to the same level in all the subjects. And apart from that, coming to weightage based on difficulty, I'd say a good mixture of easy, medium, and difficult questions of a particular topic is required for the full understanding of that topic. But in that regard, I never had to give much thought, because our modules are planned in such a way that if you cover all the exercises in that particular order, you are most likely to get the whole concept. So I didn't care much about the weightage based on difficulty, but for subjects, yes, I focused on my weaknesses first.
First thing I would like to add on that no one else mentioned was it's not how much time you give, it's about how much you complete. Please don't get into this game killing. Okay, I give this much time for this subject, that much time. Time is useless if you're completing less in that much time. You need to complete how much you are set out to complete. And then similar to everyone, weakness-based approach is the best approach. And during your preparation, please do not think about topic weightage. It's mostly irrelevant till maybe 2-3 weeks before the exam if you haven't completed the syllabus. During your 11th and 12th, more when you're mostly studying, or during a JEE preparation, just focus on covering the syllabus, and while trying to focus more on your weakness, so you're equally good in everything. And yeah, again, as difficulty weightage, the Allen models were very nicely made, so you can cover the difficulty of every level.
And here I have Pankaj Birla sir, who himself is an IITian. So I would like to talk to him about our 36 years of legacy and how it's going on in Ellen with this aspect. Please.
Thank you, sir. Time management is something like every one of you is managing it very well. Maybe in your business, in your job, or maybe in a house. All the, mothers over here sitting, every day, every minute we are managing very well over here. Now, regarding the Ellen, if I say, as in my introduction, I have a very simple introduction. I'm a student of Ellen, and still a student of Ellen. Still learning, because learning is a continuous process. On the behalf of complete Ellen family, I welcome all of you in this topaz talk over here. In Hyderabad, Ellen has come to add on in that results, to help that student community, to help the parents over here. And remember one thing, we don't have a competition with anyone. We do compete only with ourselves. We try to learn from ourselves, and we try to, refine ourselves. So at Hyderabad, we are just trying to replicate the culture and the system and the pedagogy of Alan Kota. Whatever is happening in Kota or whatever is happening at any other center of Alan is going to happen in Hyderabad also here. That I can assure you on the behalf of complete Alan family. So I have one very sincere request and suggestion to all the parents over here. Do not compare us with anybody. Everyone over here in Hyderabad is doing already a great job. Though you may find that Hyderabad is very new for us, but no, only building and only the city where we are entering is new for us, but our systems, our faculties, our pedagogy, our content, everything is having a legacy of last 36 years. Even the faculties, whoever are coming to teach in Hyderabad, will be coming from all the existing centers of Allen, from Kota and from any other center of Allen over here. You will prepare for IT, you will prepare for medical, you will prepare for Olympiads, but will you prepare for board exams? So I have one very simple answer for that. See, for any exam, the base is a NCRT or any state board. Our teachers are not magicians. They will work hard with the students, but they will build the concept from 0 to 100. When I say from 0 to 100, so obviously the any school exams, any board exams will be automatically covered over here. If you are doing all the homework given by your teachers and if you are attending the classes very regularly, then your all the worries regarding the school exams, board exams, Olympiads, JEE, medical, everything will be taken care automatically over here. So nothing extra has to be done. Whatever has to be done will be told by our teachers, and you just have to follow that here.
When should we start? Is it mandatory to start from 7th class onwards?
Whenever you feel like starting, start. Remember one thing, it's never late to begin good things. कभी भी अच्छे काम को स्टार्ट करने में देरी नहीं होती. If you want to start from 7th, start from 7th, 6th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. There are students who have been in Allen from the last 7 years and from the last 2 years also here. So there's no defined class or time when and where to start. But remember one thing, once you have decided to start, then put all your efforts honestly in that goal over here. So whether it's 7th class, 8th class, 9th class, 10th class, 11th class. Even many of the students comes to us in 12th class also here, and they also perform very well here. So class is not important. Important is whenever you start with the full rigor, full honesty and full zeal over here.
Talk about the Allen system which developed 10 years back when you saw the Allen setting its foot in Bangalore, and that was termed as gateway of South India, when nobody bothered about IIT ranks, nobody bothered about JEE main results, and everybody were looking at SOF or Unified Council Olympiads. At that point of time, till now when you have cracked under 50 ranks in IIT, sir, spell the dream out today.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. First and foremost, I would like to thank all the students and parents who have spared in today's national holiday, basically. Yes. And you are sitting here so calm and listening us. And that too very important for all of us. See, when we talk about the South India journey, so first we should know that why this name Allen come over here. See, if we talk about 36 years ago, our founder director Shri Rajesh Maheshwari sir, who planning to start a tuition center with 8 students, and later on he thought, let us convert this into the systematic plan. So then what should be the name of this institution? Whether it should be Maheshwari classes or some coaching classes or something. So the father name of Shri Rajesh Maheshwari sir is Lakshmi Narayan Maheshwari. So Lakshmi Narayan, L or N. So from LN, because used to where our founder director sir used to stay in the society in the JK colony, where everybody used to call them, ये एलन साहब के बच्चे हैं, लक्ष्मी नारायण जी के बच्चे हैं नहीं बोलते, एलन साहब. So एलन साहब के बच्चे थे, तो that thought came in their mind कि why not the name should keep the Ellen. So Ellen, then they framed this word Ellen. And why I'm telling this word, because when I've been transferred from Kota to Bangalore for starting our South journey, they called me one day and they asked me, you know why this Ellen name? Till that time, believe me, I was also not that much aware because 4 year only win happened when I joined Ellen. So I said, sir, no. So then he sit. Then he explained, this is the reason behind LNM. If you are going to South, okay, whatever you are going to do, I don't want this Ellen name should defame because this Ellen is not a normal word. This name is of my father. Believe me, the day we landed to the Bangalore, the purpose of coming to the Bangalore, what sir said, maybe it is a JEE rank 2, maybe it is an international Olympiad, every year we are sending the student, maybe it is a MIT where we are sending the student, maybe into the JEE this year top 5 rank into top 100, 3 sitting over here in front of you, maybe into the AIMS, and why the medical student is not sitting here today, that also I'll tell you the reason. Because we inquired, they got exam. Actually, every student, yesterday they had exam, tomorrow also that exam. So they denied, ki sir, we cannot go because we have exam. Otherwise, they would also be sitting here because some parents and students are sitting from the NEET side also. This is the reason. So, all those results are because of the dedication and hard work of our team, because they have the thought process that whoever is coming to Ellen, whoever is joining to Ellen, it's not because of the name or because of the legacy which we have established or set up into the north side, but because if they are paying a single penny, then they should get something in return. The same thought process we kept there and we grown like this. If we talk about South India, we have 42,000 students with a plenty of results. You take any result name, they are there from the South India. And reason behind that is the only single thought that whoever is coming to us, we are here to take care of everything. What Pankaj sir just now said, if you are taking admission, believe me, whatever is thought process is there with you, I think we are here to take care of that part. When we come to Hyderabad part, since last 6 years we are planning to come over Hyderabad, but this year finally we got opportunity to open the center. And there are many efforts were there from Pankaj sir itself side because he knew the market, he knew the city, he knew the parents, he knew the student of Hyderabad. Right? So here the things are entirely different what we have seen in Bangalore, Chennai or some other part. Here the parents and the students are very much aware, their expectations is little bit higher. That is why we have shifted the core team from the quota itself. We are taking almost all the faculties. We are already working with the LN system, maybe from the Chandigarh, maybe from Ahmedabad, maybe from Bangalore, Chennai or some other part. So we are not compromising for anything. Believe me, for what we are saying, we are going to firm on that. When you talk about the infrastructure, you see we are going to make a super fine infrastructure. When you talk about the academic infrastructure, that would be fantastic. Means the way, for purpose we are here, we are standing here, maybe next year or next to next year down the line 2 to 3 years, again we would conduct the toppers talk show, but all the toppers may be sitting from the Hyderabad itself. This is what our expectation and our commitment from the Hyderabad and parents and students.
Were there any moments when you felt demotivated and how did you overcome them?
అవును మధ్యలో మాక్ టెస్ట్ రాస్తున్నప్పుడు మార్క్స్ తక్కువ వస్తుంది, సిలీ మిస్టేక్స్ ఎక్కువ చేస్తుంది, అండ్ జనరల్గా మేబీ పేరెంట్స్ కూడా పెడుతుండే, లేకపోతే టీచర్స్ కూడా లైక్ ఐమ్ డిసప్పాయింటెడ్ ఇన్ యూ అని చెప్తుండే. సో లైక్ స్ట్రెస్ఫుల్ మూమెంట్స్ చాలా ఉంది ప్రిపరేషన్లో. అండ్ ఐ వుడ్ సే ఈ స్ట్రెస్ఫుల్ మూమెంట్స్లో ఫ్రెండ్స్ చాలా హెల్ప్ చేశారు యాక్చువల్గా. నేను బేసిక్ నా ఫ్రెండ్ పియర్ గ్రూప్ ఎలా చేసుకున్నా అంటే అందరికీ నేను నేర్పిస్తున్నా, వాళ్ళు నాకు నేర్పిస్తున్నారు, అండ్ వన్ వే మా లైక్ వీఆర్ రోల్ మోడల్స్ ఫర్ ఈచ్ అదర్. సో ఇలాంటి మూమెంట్స్ వస్తున్నప్పుడు లైక్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఆల్వేస్ చెప్తున్నాయి, నువ్వు ఇది నువ్వు చదువుతావు, నువ్వు మంచిగా చేస్తావు, నీ మార్క్స్ మంచిగా వస్తాయి, నువ్వు ఇలా ఉంటే ఎలా మాకు మోటివేషన్ పోతాయని చెప్తారు. సో అది చాలా మోటివేషన్ ఇచ్చింది. అండ్ అఫ్ కోర్స్ తర్వాత టీచర్స్ పేరెంట్స్ నా వాళ్ళు అడిగితే వాళ్ళు కూడా చాలా మోటివేషన్ ఇచ్చేవాళ్ళు. సో యా మెయిన్లీ నా టీచర్స్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ అండ్ పేరెంట్సే చాలా మోటివేషన్ ఇస్తుండే మేము చాలా స్ట్రెస్ అవుట్ అయ్యేప్పుడు. సో యా ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు థ్యాంక్ దెమ్.
So, like over the course of last few years, I gave a lot of tests. There were a lot of weeks in which I wasn't happy with my performance, and that surely led to demotivation, as you'd say, or like feelings of weakness. But at that time, I always thought about the time when I started this journey, and about the time when I decided I wanted to pursue JEE or whatever goal I had in my mind at that time, and that always gave me the power and, let's say, motivation to continue and keep improving day in and day out. And yeah, that's the thing that helped me the most. And apart from that, every time I felt stressed or demotivated, I always went to my parents and had a talk with them and discuss why I was feeling the way I was at that point. And I found that I really benefited from those talks, and I always felt lighter after having those like talks. So I'd say, like, if anyone is struggling with demotivation or stress, the first line of contact should be your parents. They should know everything which is going on in your life. And like in terms of academic stress, it's always a good idea to like talk to your teachers on a regular basis about whatever like difficulties you're facing in your academic journey. And yeah, that would be all.
So in the initial phase of my preparation, like Alan used to conduct in our batch, Alan used to conduct weekly topic-wise tests, and my marks were consistently getting low in those tests, and that was a point when I felt that would I be able to perform well or not. So, but it was like I prepared for the test. I did prepare for the test, but I was not able to perform in the test. It was mostly due to because I did not have the habit to sit in the test environment. I did not have that exam temperament which you should have. So for that, actually, that slightly demotivated me. But I talked to teachers about that, and they told me that it's normal to feel those in the initial days. And I gave a lot of practice tests and a lot of mock tests. That I mean, slowly I gained confidence, and gradually my marks became consistent, and this was the way I overcame these. And apart from that, my parents also supported me throughout this. Like they never asked, they never forced unnecessary, they never questioned me unnecessarily why my marks were getting too low or like that. And my teachers and mentors also supported me.
Oh, this is very important. We have to focus the means Ved's statement. See, scored highest score. You see 355 out of 360 in the history of IIT. I think this is the highest score.
Highest ever score.
So the student who scored highest ever score has also faced the same issues which every student face in this journey basically. So we have to understand that stress or demotivation, it is an integral part of our life. If we are planning to catch our flight from the airport of Hyderabad, and if we are little bit late in the traffic, we would be having a lot of stress. And you can't do anything, we have to manage it. So same thing, we have to understand that whatever these stars are saying, that everybody is having this issue. Everybody has faced it. But finally they overcome it. And how overcome it? Then first is a parent. Parent should be a super support. If they should not criticize, you got less marks, and they are also starting behaving like a neighbor that your child is getting less marks. Or no problem. It will come, no issues. What would happen? This is an internal test. That motivation, that support has to be there from the parent side, which is very, very, very important. And then second, mentors. Definitely they are always there.
For stress, there is one good rule that I used to refer to. So whenever I feel like, okay, this went wrong, then you can have two things that, okay, can you do something about it? So the answer is, if yes, then why take a stress? And if no, then why take stress? So you don't have to take a stress at all. If you can't do anything, then just leave it on that. But mostly the answer would be yes. And then just you have to analyze whatever you did wrong and make it up in the upcoming days and upcoming duration of your preparation. And then ultimately you will end up doing great things in whatever you are pursuing.
Stress management has indeed been a very vital part of my preparation. I remember, especially before JEE Main, I wasn't getting the marks I was expecting myself to. I was doing a lot of silly mistakes, etc. And every day I would come home, I would tell my parents, oh, he got more, he got this, he got that. I was not able to get. Do not try and compete with others. The first thing you have to do is try and better yourself. Compete with yourself. Be better than yesterday. Every single day you have to strive to be better. it then struck me that I am not alone in this journey. I have my friends, my peer group, my mentors, Alan mentors, who have helped me a lot. So I realized there is no need to stress. That I have all the help I'll need right here with me, and I'll be all right.
So the way I dealt with stress is mainly like I used to take a break. Like for half an hour, I used to go and walk outside, and that would really like help. Like it would help me like look at the bigger picture and see that whatever this is, it's a very small part, and I'll be able to get over it. And secondly, as Sir said, talking to my parents was really beneficial. Like every time I talked to them, like it felt fine. Like everything would be all right. So yeah, that's mainly how stress was handled.
First was basically for the students to tell them how did they manage. The second question was role of a mentor or a parent. So now I want parents, mentors' perspective to come to
Yeah,
the
so
parents, please.
I'm coming to that point also here.
Yeah.
See, nowadays, like from the last 1 year, 2 year, or last 4 5 years, these words are coming very frequently: stress management. As a parent, I'm going to ask you one question. Tell me a part of life where there is no stress. A job, a business, a competition, an exam, maybe a singing competition, maybe a sports. Tell me where there is no there's competition and there is no stress over here. Nowadays, is what's are coming so frequently: stress management, uh, demotivation. What is this? There's only one reason behind that. That is the lack of communication between the parent and the kids over here. I'm being very harsh but very honest. And this is happening more and more in this era of social media, internet, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and I don't know what else. Living in a same house, living together, but we are sharing things on a WhatsApp groups. What irony, right? Imagine your childhood days when you studied. You also have done, maybe many of you are engineers, doctors, CA professionals, or has done something great in your business or in any field, and you also felt a competition, but then you never had a word called stress because there was a communication continuously with your parents, with your teachers, with your mentors. And here, the role of a teacher, the mentor, and parent comes very, very important over here. The mother is the first teacher. Remember that. जो पहला गुरु है वो माँ होती है. Mother is the first teacher. The second teacher is the father. And then after that, we all come over here as a teacher here. So communication should happen from the home. As a parent, I don't know what you are doing or what you are not doing, but then at least keep a note of doing minimum 2 to 3 things very regularly with your kids. One, try to spend minimum half an hour with your kid personally, face to face, not online. If you are staying with them, together. Eat with them, walk with them, talk with them, watch TV with them, watch movie with them, whatever you want, or you can do it, and your ward wants to do it with you, but do it minimum half an hour a daily, face to face. Only you and him or her should be there. It can be eating, it can be playing, it can be walking, can be running, and whatever, or any other activity here. That is very must. Second, always keep a communication with the teachers, those who are teaching your kids. A good communication will always solve these problems.
So the question which came in, can you share your tips for how did you excel in your examinations? This is a very common question which has come. Let me redraft it again, looking at the second question. But in the meantime, this program is being beamed live on the Facebook and also on LN YouTube channel. And Videep's name, one question came, 9th and 10th, you were not so great, you told, right? And how did you excel in 11th? That is the question which has come now. Directly it's picked up. Can you throw some light on it? In the meantime, I'll redraft this. Just now it's come up.
I was not good in 9th or 10th, but there's one thing common for my whole childhood. I had an interest in maths, physics, and chem. And I would like to thank my father for randomly calling me and like having 1 hour or 2 hour sessions where he just tells me about a random concept which is not studied in my school, and he tells it in such a way that it just piques my interest. So when like around like when 11 started, and like I told you, like people hurt my intellectual ego and this thing. The main thing I would say is I liked what I was studying. Many people do not do that, and it becomes extremely painful if you do not do that. If you like what you're studying, yeah, you might not like 100% of it, but I like 90% of it. And I was enjoying solving physics problems. I was like, when I get the answer, like, wow. And when that factor comes in, you will motivate yourself, right? And it becomes a dream, and it becomes something you're enjoying. Of course, maybe you don't, I don't want to do JEE again because it's a little bit more than how much I want to enjoy. But I would enjoy studying all my life. And if you really want to get a good rank, first try to at least fall in love with what you're studying.
On the examination strategy, the tips for improving accuracy and the speed. Can you start off with, please?
Accuracy and speed. Okay. So like first thing is you need to practice a lot. That's I think that's common sense. So much key. It's almost like robotic in one way, sadly. But okay. I would for accuracy and speed. I would rather give more like see. In home, all you can do is practice. The second part of it is exam strategy, how you can increase your accuracy and speed. First thing is how you're attempting the questions. So maybe while you're practicing at home, you can like attempt in whatever order you want, or like if there's a hard question you're enjoying doing it, you can do that. But that does not work in the exam. In the exam, you need to have like I'll tell my personal strategy. First of all, I did not use any subject-wise order as such. I used to just categorize questions into easy, medium, and hard. So the first set of questions I used to go through was like questions I think I can solve in 30 seconds. I see the question and I know what to do, and I think I'll get the answer immediately. That will be my first ton of questions. And also while doing this round, it's not like you know what all the questions are. So you basically read all the questions. I felt that helps you subconsciously, like, these questions exist in the paper. Then my second round would be questions which I know I can do but will take some time, like 1 or 2 minutes. And I would then attempt them. And finally, I would go to the questions which I had no idea of, or like I didn't get an idea of attempting like immediately. This, first of all, this helps you to like, it does help you with your speed. Like you will finish more questions and you will be more motivated. Like, okay, I finished a lot of paper, and then because of that, your mind just thinks more calmly, and like, yeah, that helps a lot.
So talking about speed and accuracy, so there's not a lot you can do to like affect what you perform in an exam. But while practicing, what I usually used to do is like if I have a set of questions, let's say I have a set of 30 questions, all like medium level of challenge, then I'll set a timer so that if I had to give that assignment or that particular set of questions as an exam, how much time should I ideally require in an exam setting? And then I would attempt that homework or that piece of assignment in that particular time, and then note the number of questions I attempted. I'll note the accuracy, and I also like studied patterns as to how I performed based on the time during the day. And like I remember in my 11th, I soon figured out after like just 2-3 weeks of testing that I often performed the worst in afternoons because I had this bad habit of sleeping in the afternoons. So yeah, that's a thing I worked in the like early days of 12th. I stopped sleeping in the afternoons, and my line of reasoning was every time you like sit down to do your homework or revise a topic, your mind must automatically go to that exam mindset, that exam mode, which it goes into when you are given an exam. And I'm not talking about stress or anything else. I'm talking about like your mind should be really active and alert, and like it should like try to like grasp in as much information as you can. So like a way to do that is to like separate your study sessions with ample breaks and all. And yeah, that's a piece of advice I'd give.
I think to improve speed, from my experience, practicing at home doesn't do much, but speed is more about the strategy with which you attempt the exam. Like as Videep said, you can create a definite strategy in a, you can have a sequence in the way which you will attempt the paper. Like I generally used to have a sequence of first chemistry, then physics, then maths, because generally chemistry have questions which are based on what you know, and not something like you have to apply the concepts and find the answer. So like basically to increase speed, you should have an effective exam strategy that would minimize the wastage of time during the exam. And talking about accuracy, I believe for accuracy during the exam, like to prevent silly mistakes and all, you have to during the entire paper you have to be fully concentrated. You have to be fully alert that you don't read anything wrong, or something else is being asked in the question and you write something else. So for setting for 6 hours in an exam and with full concentration, it is mentally exhausting. So you have to practice a lot for that. You have to attempt multiple tests. You should have the habit of sitting for 6 hours at once with full concentration, and then only you will be able to retain it in the exam environment. And for accuracy, one thing that you can do at home is like whenever you are doing your homework or assignments or any question you are practicing, you can practice them as if you are sitting in an exam. Because when like you can just start a time, you can just keep a time limit on the number of questions that you are doing, and you can calculate marks for those questions that you have solved. That would because that would be like an exam experience, that would be an exam environment. So setting in the exam when there is pressure, exam pressure and all those kind of things, there's time pressure, your accuracy would increase gradually. That is at least that's the strategy I used to adopt.
So there will be a lot of material to do in each of the topic that we'll be having in JEE, and I used to practice them thoroughly. Practicing in the exam setting is also a very good option. I used to do it at least once in a week, not more than that, but I used to do once in a week so that I am still in the exam temperament. But mostly in the last phase of my preparation, not initially. And one important thing that was mentioned was that you should read the question carefully. So many a times what happens is that when you are very much done with your preparation, or even if you have practiced a lot of stuff, then many a times what I used to do was that whenever I was reading some question, then I used to predict what the question is asking, and then I would not read the question completely very carefully. So I usually ended up getting the wrong meaning of the question and solved the wrong question to get the correct answer to the wrong question. So in effect, it was the wrong answer. So that affected my accuracy, which was pointed out by my maths teacher, and I eventually overcome it, and that was one point from my side.
One student is asking, do we need to complete the both 11th and 12th syllabus in 11th itself? See, so there is a question between the students and parent, why not we are completing the both syllabus into the 11th class and 12th class only practice. What do you suggest for this?
Again, it's different for different people. For me, how it was in 11th, we just did the 11th concepts, and 12th, we just did the 12th concept, but we didn't rush it, but we did it fast enough so that towards the end of 12th, around the December or November, December, we were done with the portions, and by then we started practicing more and more questions. So for me, it felt like finishing the entire syllabus in 11th might be a bit of an overload as well for some students. Even for me, it could be a bit of an overload because it's a vast syllabus. It's not small. So, and it's 3 different subjects, and you need to be equally as good in all 3 subjects. And it's huge amount of syllabus, and covering all of that in one year would be very taxing on the student, I feel. So I feel like it's not really necessary. Spreading it over the course of 2 years is perfectly good.
So I think all are agreed with this, that whatever planning and system micro planning is given by the LN or any institution, that is the best way. No need to be rushing the subject, completion of subject in 1 year or 2 year.
Yeah.
I hope the student got their answers. One more question is there from Anshul. How did you manage this social media in your journey of 2 years? Because nowadays the students, they are saying that I cannot live with this. So what was your thought process and how did you handle that? Whether you used or you didn't use, and what was your idea?
Uh, I had basically no social media in 11th and 12th. Like, I'm still not very good with it. I'm trying to learn. And yeah, so
Out of six, how many of you used social media platform?
How
In
many
that
of you,
way?
you even had a smartphones?
Yes, that is a good question.
स्मार्टफोन से सिर्फ असाइनमेंट्स के लिए.
Okay. And you use the social media in these 2 years? No?
Like-
See, it is very important. Everybody has to look into them. Ki if you really wanted to achieve something, then you have to sacrifice. And what you are sacrificing? Nothing. You are sacrificing those things which is not at all required in your life. If you really wanted to do something. Otherwise, so it would be very difficult. I want to spare some time for my social media also. I want to spare some gossiping with my friend. And then remaining time I want to study. And then I'm thinking I should get good result. I think it is impossible. Pankaj sir, I want you to
Yeah,
say something.
very true, sir. In fact, it is making others' life very easy. If you are busy on social media, you are making the other students' life very easy because you are going down and they will automatically come up, right? Anna? You are, what I say, minimizing the competition. So social media is like, first become something so that society should recognize you. And once the society should recognize you, then come on social media over here. So otherwise, there is no point coming on social media.
That what is a thing which happened in your 2 year of journey which makes you all India rank 1? While preparation, anything has happened in your journey that day you decide, no, now I want to get this marks.
So like it was always my dream. I mean, I had interest in mathematics, so I chose this IIT path, and there was nothing special that I did. I just listened to my teachers and did whatever they do. I didn't do anything different from what the others do. But I think it's uh, it's more like how much sincerely I followed it, as how much sincerely I stick to it.